Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you a simple step-by-step makeup routine, perfect for beginners because I am a beginner. The very first step is the skincare. You want to make sure you have a clean, moisturized face. A good moisturize makes your foundation go smoother and keeps your skin looking healthy underneath. I also will skip the eyebrow method because my eyebrows are microbladed. This is definitely a game changer. It's been 2 years since I had them done. Next is primer. Primer is optional, but I recommend it so your makeup can last longer, and it also helps smooth the base. Now for the foundation. If this is your first time doing the makeup, I wouldn't say do what I'm doing. You would just dot, put it on the forehead, cheeks, and maybe your chin. I like this particular brand because it is easy to blend. I'm actually putting a little bit more because I'm performing. I do not want to sweat out all of my makeup. I want to still have my makeup on. But what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take the brush and brush down. With you can use a sponge. I prefer the foundation brush. And when I get towards my eye, I pat using the brush or the sponge. You want to make sure it is evenly blended and to the point where it looks natural. As you can see that my hair, it looks natural. It looks like I really don't have no foundation. But the reason why I like this foundation is because it gives you a little glow. All right, so it's the concealer time, which is like one of the important time. You'll use a shade close to your skin tone for the blemishes and one slightly lighter for the under eye to brighten that area. Following this little grid where you can do your contour. Now you only just need a little bit to blend. Like I said, I'm doing a performance, so I apply a little bit more. It's always easy to use a little bit and add more versus adding more and have to take some off. All right, so after I apply the concealer, I'm gonna let it sit a little bit so it can set a little bit, and I'm gonna focus on the eyebrows. But because I already have a microblader, I'm just gonna shade them in. Notice that I am shading them towards the end, and then I get towards the front of my eyebrows, I brush them up. After shading my eyebrows in, I'm gonna go by this eyebrow gel and brush like towards the front of my eyebrow, and then once I get in the middle towards the back, I'm gonna brush it towards the back, just like I shaded. This gives me a little bit of a natural eyebrows. All right, so I feel like the concealer is now ready to blend. I'm gonna take my brush and brush my chin, not too much, and I'm gonna keep it doing the circle. See why you have to have a little bit? Once I go by the chin, I'm gonna brush up, up, up. Do not try to brush too much, and once I go down my nose, I'm gonna brush down and keep that same direction. Once we get to the forehead, I'm gonna brush up, and when I get to the middle of my eyebrows, I'm going to connect the concealer that I had on my nose and with the forehead. When it comes to the under eye, I let that be last because I want my concealer to melt on my face a little bit longer. I also start brushing from the bottom. It's better to do it from the bottom and then work yourself at the top. When I get to the top, I dab going towards my hair, and I keep that same direction. The residue from my under eye, I take it and I cover on top of my eyelid, just so my eyeshadow pops a little bit more. I don't know what song I was listening to, but it had me hyped because I'm almost done with my makeup. So now I'm going to take the concealer that's closer to my skin tone and apply it all by my cheekbone and on top of my forehead. Well, you all will see the outline. This is like art to me, even though I'm not really good with art, but you get the memo. Now we're getting towards the nose. I say you should use a smaller brush. I don't know where my brush was when I was doing the nose. For me, I use a lighter concealer from the one that I did on my under eye. Once I apply, I use the sponge to use the corner of it just so I can dab it a little bit more, going up, down, cross, however to cover that under eye. Once I'm done, I'm going to take the powder and bake a little bit under the eye. But this is the instant baking powder that I really like. You don't have to really bake. You just like wipe it off and it shows. So I really like this Ruby Kisses brand. But here I think I'm going to just let it bake because like I said, I'm doing a performance. I need it to last a little bit longer. Notice that I'm applying it all where I placed the light concealer. As I'm baking, I'm going to do this lip stain. I really love this tattoo lip stain because it gives your lips a look different look. Sometimes when my lip liner wipes off, the lip stain, stays on. Tattoo lip stainer, you have to keep it on, I would say, until it dries. So I would say it's like a minute until it dries. It looks black or red, but when you peel it off, it's going to be like a dark brown. Now, as I'm baking and staining, I'm going to focus on my eyelid, my eyeshadow. I'm really not good with eyeshadow. I like to do like anything that matches my blush, or either a dark, something dark. I always do like a neutral color. Okay, after I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm going to contour. I'm going to take a darker shade and highlight the concealer that I had placed that was closer to my skin tone on the cheekbones, and follow the outline. And to dust off this bake, I'm going to take a lighter, something that's closer to my skin tone, and apply it to dust off my baking powder. Now I'm going to take the setting spray and spray it to set.
No lie, a good way to set your makeup is hopping in the shower.
And after I'm done setting the spray, I like to blend, like get a sponge and just blend the makeup. Now a natural beat is coming along. It's coming along.
It's the process, they say.
Now I'm going to add a little glow, a little highlight on the cheekbone. And just so when you take a picture or flash, you see me shining. Once I'm done with the highlight, I'm going to take the blush. I like using a dark pink and brush on up. I go towards the cheekbone, start with the cheekbone towards my hair. Now they done messed up when they told us we could do our own lashes. So now I'm applying the glue on the lashes. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute so it can get sticky. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna apply the lashes underneath my eyelashes. Really a game changer because my eyes are so sensitive. I like to peel off my lashes all the time. Now that the lashes are done, I feel like I'm almost done. So I'm gonna take out so y'all can see my hair, get out this bunny, and then I peel off this lip stain. I guess it was longer than a minute, but you all see that it's like a dark brown. And then I like wipe it off to see if anything will come off, but it doesn't. Then I'm gonna follow behind with a lip liner to outline my lips. And then I'm gonna follow behind like a light pink, rub it in. And I love using this dollar lip gloss, y'all. This dollar lip gloss makes your lips shine so good. Oh my goodness, like, do you all see it? I like it better than the other lip gloss that's a little bit costly. And now I'm done.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, see you soon.